we're back. Hey, everybody. How are you? It's your host, Darren Carter, the party starter. We have a very special guest. I know him as Angelo Wizard, but you may know him as Angelo di Nallo. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. So excited to be here with you.
Dude, I am excited to have you on the show. I got to tell you, full disclosure, this is how Hollywood works, guys. This is how life works. Don't forget Hollywood. This is how life works. I had another guest booked for the show, right? And the comic is living in Texas. So I broke out my Texas mug. I'm going to make the guest feel real at home. You know, I said, California time, 8 o'clock. Let's do this. And, you know, I've been staying up north at the farm, but I come into LA a few days a week and record and upload on my YouTube channel and take care of business and whatnot. And so I'm like, all right, I got a limited amount of time. I got 5G Wi-Fi. Let's do this. I booked my guests back to back, bang, 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 you know, and all of a sudden it's 8:15, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm wondering, is the Zoom link working? I don't know. Is my wife? What's going on? And I'm checking the messages, and I don't know. I know this ain't. I'm not working in a coal mine, but I'm just saying. I did research. I'm watching this guy's specials. I'm watching his clips. And then I don't even hear from him. And part of me was like, man, I wasted all that time watching this guy's clips. But not really, though. But you know what I mean? At the same time, I'm like, dang it. And as I'm looking at my phone going, what's going on? This guy doesn't seem like the type of guest that would flake. And by the way, he did get back to me. Something came up. We're going to reschedule him. But I will say, in the meantime, as I'm looking at my phone, I get a notification. And what is the notification? The notification is that Wizard Angelo just checkmated me, man. He just checkmated me. For you guys that listen to the podcast and watch my YouTube channel, I love chess. I love playing chess. I'm getting better. I'm not great, but this guy's great, and he beats me, and he just checkmated me. We play these online games where you make a move, then you might make another. You know, you do basically a move a day, or if you're sitting, you might do a couple moves, whatever. But I've been playing with you for several years now. And,
yeah, that's right.
Because that push notification that I got checkmated, I'm like, dude, he'd be a great guest. You're an artist. You're in the business. You're a comic. You know, you're always working on some kind of cartoon show. You're always on television. And I'm like, this would be great. You're like the first artist that I've had on the show. So thank you. Because of pure serendipity and our love for chess, you're on the show.
Wow. I'm so glad that the Zoom works. I didn't think you would work on my spaceship.
Exactly. And also, you know what, man? Like everybody who's flaked on me, you know, checkmate, bitch, checkmate, man. Wizard Angelo just took your gig, bro.
Right.
He just got checkmated in real life. Here's what I find. If I do any meme about chess, if I talk about chess, any YouTube, those are usually like the lowest rated, the least liked, the least retweeted, anything I do with chess. But I love chess, so screw those people. This is we're going to dive deeper into the world of chess. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, chess is awesome.
Isn't it great, though?
It sure is.
Hey, I got to ask you, tell our listeners and our viewers, right now, here's what we're looking at. You look like you're on a spaceship. I think you might be wearing like a lei that you might see in Hawaii. What's with the getup? Why are you dressed like this?
Oh, well, the truth is,
forget the truth. Be funny.
Oh, really?
No, can I just tell you real quick? I don't know what you're about to say, but I saw you. I remember the first time I saw you wearing this a couple of years ago at the Burbank Comedy Festival. I asked you that, and do you remember what you said? Because I love that answer.
Oh, yeah, I'm on a permanent vacation.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I was getting for. Yeah, I'm getting to. But yeah, is that what it is? You're on a permanent vacation?
Yeah, basically. So I had chronic diarrhea for 20 years.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like some people get the runs, but I mean, I get the marathons, you know?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, thankfully, man, a lot of therapy and some just a lot of good loving, and it all went away. So I've been like diarrhea free for the past like 3 years. So I'm
Dude,
like on
that's
a permanent
great.
vacation from diarrhea. Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh. Is that called IBS or something? Irritable bowel
Uh,
syndrome or something? Or
yeah, I guess they gave me Crohn's disease. That's
oh,
the label they gave me. Yeah, but yeah, similar. It's all it's the plumbing's
yeah.
not working. So
But now you're good.
I'm good, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
good, man. That's
yeah, and so
good.
it's like, yeah, so every day I dress up like this just to remind me just like how grateful I am, and it's
That's
like,
great. Hey, we
yeah.
have a lot in common, man. Like we both like chess. I got into boxing about 5 years ago. I didn't know you used to get it. You used to be a boxer. Tell us about your box. How did that happen? Like what?
So I have like my cousin married, or my cousin had a few kids with a family, I guess. So, I mean, I call him my uncle, but he was a pro boxer. So he kind of like started taking me and my little brother to the gym with him. And, so that's how that started. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was that like? You walk into the boxing gym. How old were you the first time?
First time, I think it was 17. 17. Yeah.
Dang,
And
17. And did you ever spar?
I did. I had one like kind of like amateur fight,
Dude.
and yeah, and so they stopped the fight in the second round because there was just blood all over the canvas. I mean, my blood, and so
Yeah.
so they stopped the fight, and the whole crowd started cheering. They were just like, "Dude, we can't believe he didn't knock you down." And I'm like, "Thanks."
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah, but then after that, I just started realizing, I'm like, it's like, you know what, I'm going to need this brain. And so I was like, I think I'm going to hang.
Yeah. What was the jump like from sparring to a fight? Was it a big jump, or was it, you probably weren't bleeding in sparring, I would imagine.
Well, I think the problem was during that time I was still dealing with the diarrhea, so it was just, it was bad. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if all that might have been blood.
Hey, he beat the crap out of me. No,
he literally did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Your poor mom. She must have been like, oh, like my baby. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good, man. After that, did you didn't want to box anymore?
I ended up going to college, study cartoons, and then I did go back to it a little bit, but then it's just life gets in the way, and then
yeah.
But I know I do wish I kept it up for sure. Yeah, I miss it.
Yeah, it's I like the workouts. I like the exercise. I'm listening to Joe Rogan right now, interviewing Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson was like, "There's a big difference between being in shape and being in condition." He's like, "Being in shape, your clothes fit good, you look good, but being conditioned is a whole other thing." And I totally know what he means. At least for my level, like you know what I mean. It's one thing to I can do 25 push-ups and I can jump rope for 3 minutes. That's one thing, but like to I mean, even when they're holding the mitts and then the one guy's chasing me around like walk, punch, punch, walk, move. I mean, even that is like I can't even imagine like these guys going like 12 rounds. It's like it's hard.
Well, the crazy thing is you don't realize how tired you get once you get punched. Like,
I haven't even been punched yet. It's like,
when somebody punches you, it's like you ran a mile. You know what I mean? It's like,
and I think the anxiety, that's why they're always like, relax, breathe. But it's like, I'm like, you're trying to, whenever I put my arm out, a counter punch comes at me and it's like,
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot of brain puzzles there.
What shows are you working on right now?
Me? So I think, have you seen the show called Big Mouth?
No, I haven't, but I don't watch. There's so many shows I haven't seen.
Well, so I worked on season 4, and I think that's out right now. And and then I worked on this upcoming show called The Great North, and it's about a family that lives in Alaska, and that'll be airing next year. And then
what networks are these on?
That will be on Fox. And
Fox, yeah.
And so the show that I'm working on right now is called. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because in the credits, I'll put Angelo di Nallo from, and then give us like 2 or 3 credits I should put out there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So Big Mouth is one. The Great North is another. And then the show I'm on right now is called Housebroken, but that won't be out till next year in May, and that one's about it's like a dog that runs a group therapy, but for animals. So it's
oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's see.
Guys, he's great. This is a you know, I'm going to show a little bit of your artwork. He did a doodle of me. You probably drew this, what, in like 5 minutes? Like,
yeah,
or
probably
less?
5 minutes. Yeah.
It was one of those quick guess sets. I need 5 minutes. And he's able to look at people and draw them fairly fast. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. If you're on YouTube, go to youtube.com/Darren Carter. Look at that. 5-minute drawing. V-neck. You gave me a little bit more hair than I have now, and I appreciate that.
Oh, you're so welcome.
That's good, man.
You're hard to draw.
I thought it'd be easy.
Yeah, but
I was easier when I was younger because I had the bright orange hair. So people would just go, bright orange hair, and that was it. And it looked like me. But once you start shaving, it's like, I guess I have this nose and like this face, like this, kind of cartoony. I don't know, but I would think that I was. I had a picture when I was younger, but anyways, so how did you get into animation? Were you one of those kids that doodled and drew and?
No, I wish. Yeah, I mean, because in the industry, I mean, a lot of people, they've been drawing since they were like 4 years old, and they're like drawing gods. It's scary. What happened was I was senior year of high school and I was bored, so I just started drawing cartoons of the teachers.
Yeah.
And some of my friends were like, "Hey, these are funny. You should do cartoons." And so I saw a commercial for some animation school in Arizona, and I was like, "Okay, I guess that's what I'm going to do." So, but had I known how hard it was going to be, I probably wouldn't have picked. So maybe it's good I didn't realize how difficult this career is.
Same thing with stand-up. These are like two difficult careers: stand-up and animation. It's like,
it's incredible. Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing is like, you don't realize it's like a lifelong, path. It's
yeah. What's interesting too is when you said drawing, like I can't draw, but I remember, but I was always a joker, and in ninth grade, and I would not do this now, but I was a little bit of a, I didn't have an outlet for my comedy yet. That didn't happen until 10th grade. But in ninth grade, I remember drawing Mr. Buckheister, and he was our teacher. He'd always walk in late. He would be the last guy in there, and he was very easy to draw. He was an old man. He always wore a bow tie, and he had big ears. So you just draw a man with bow tie and big ears, and it's Mr. Buckheister. And I remember drawing him on the chalkboard and then hiding the erasers. And then to us, it was the funniest thing when he walked in and he's talking, and then he sees his own caricature and he can't erase it. So he's taking his sleeve of his blazer and then wiping it off the board. And I mean, we were 13, 14. It was the funniest thing. And I would never do that now, but yeah.
Is he still around?
I doubt it, because he was probably, he might've been in his 60s back then.
Oh, wow.
This is like, yeah, unless he's 100, but I don't
Could be.
know. Yeah, maybe. But I remember I drew him, and then one time we had a substitute teacher. I don't remember his name, because he was a frequent substitute teacher. He was French, but I do remember he had a unique looking nose and little pointy ears, and kind of looked like a mouse. And he always wore a hat, like Andy Cap or one of those. So I remember drawing like the nose, the ears, the little whiskers on him, and one of those funny looking hats. And I just drew it. And then as he walked by, I didn't know he was doing this. He was walking by people, and he saw my drawing, and he goes, "That's a very good drawing of me."
Wow.
Like, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Those are my two drawing and teacher stories. Now, were they receptive to your stories, to your drawings?
Oh no, I almost got expelled in high school because of the drawing. Yeah, I mean, they were not very flattering pictures.
Right. They were like, yeah. You made their noses bigger and this and that. Did you do all that kind of stuff, like things that would not flatter a teacher? Yeah,
they were definitely not family-friendly drawings.
Oh, I see. We'll put it back there. Okay, gotcha. Oh gosh, I was like, I drew whiskers on my teacher. My stuff was like G-rated compared to what you were doing.
Yeah. I was definitely, drawing the teachers in relationships that they weren't actually in.
Yeah. Do you have any drawings with you now that you could hold up to the camera and kind of show us what you have?
Let's see what I got. I brought my easel. I don't know how many drawings I've got. Let me see if I can bring this into the
As you're doing
picture.
that, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, there we go.
Let's see if I can.
As we're doing that, I was going to tell you. So my little nephew. I think you played him chess. Aaaaand.
Oh yes.
And
yes. Is that the older one or the younger one?
Yeah, that's the older one. There's Aaaaand and there's Rafi. Excuse me. And Aaaaand
I think I beat Rafi, but I don't think I beat.
Yeah, Aaaaand's 13. Rafi might be. I think he's going to be 11. He And Aaaaand, it's funny. He recently had a birthday. And I was joking with him, and I go, "I'm going to let you win on your birthday." And he's like, ah, ha, ha. He's like, then how come you let me win on your birthday? I was like, oh, I mean, I was like, yeah, wait a second. You beat me on everybody's birthday.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me take this light off. So you can
Oh,
see
I
the
like that
drawings a
light. I
little
like the
better.
regular light. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So maybe you can see it a little better. Does that look better? Oh, you can see the color now. Let's
Oh,
see.
that's cool.
Okay, so these are just quick sketches. These are like,
Yeah, little sketches.
yeah, here's, let's see.
And then sometimes I think you draw, I follow you on Instagram. Oh, look at that. That's great.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, so these are a lot of just.
And sometimes you draw models, I believe, right? People model
Yeah,
and you draw them. And
yeah, so these are all models. They're just quick drawings, you know.
for the people
like,
listening, we're looking at a sketch of it looks like a woman with a Viking helmet on.
yeah, like, so let's see here. There's some guy with a bow and
Like a
arrows.
Peter Pan looking guy who looks
Yeah,
like
like
he's about to, Robin Hood type of dude who's gonna.
Yeah, so these are all live models, and these are like 5-minute drawings or something like that.
So my cousin, he's an artist, and that looks like Weird Al Yankovic, kind of.
Oh
in the
yeah.
middle. But then it looks kind of cooler than Weird Al. Like that artist, whoever that guy is, probably wouldn't want to be compared to Weird Al. But like, that's cool. Look at that goat.
Yeah.
I heard that hands are real hard to draw. People's hands.
Yeah, hands are hard just because they can be in so many different poses. It's
Yeah.
See some skater
That's cool.
people.
Oh yeah, people.
Yeah, these are just like really simple drawings.
I like following you on Instagram is I know that you during a normal time you would go to a comedy club and just like sketch people and
yeah,
a lot of times I can recognize the people and then I double check who I think the person is and I look at their name and I'm like, yes, I knew that's who that was. Like that's pretty good, man.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, because I have a couple that I need to post from the Burbank Comedy Festival. I haven't gotten around to yet, but let's see. Oh, these ones are pretty neat. Let's see if I can get these ones closer.
Wow, that's cool. See, now I like how you on that previous page, just because a person's bald doesn't mean they all look alike. Like that.
Oh, right, right.
Other bald people on there, but I don't think I look like any of those bald guys. I don't think so.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah, like they have dark eyes. Like that one guy has a big lower lip or a tongue sticking out. Those are like.
Yeah, but that's do you want me to do a drawing of you like right now?
Oh, would you? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wow. With glasses. No one's drawn me with glasses on. Because I wear the reading glasses. By the way, do you need reading glasses yet?
You know what? I can see close, but it's getting worse. Like I definitely can't see far away.
I'm at a point now where people will, they'll hold up something on their phone and they'll be like, "Hey, check this out," and then they put the phone right in my face, and I'm like, "Whoa, too close! Can you like ease that phone back? I can't even read, man." Like, so. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you wore reading glasses, how many pairs of reading glasses do you own? But you don't own any reading glasses.
No. I think I got astigmatism, so.
I do too. I'm nearsighted, so normally I wear contact lenses. So during the day, when I'm exercising, whatever, contact lenses. But when I need to read, put on the reading glasses. But it's strange. I've been wearing glasses or contacts something since I was a kid, and I switched over to these reading glasses probably about 4 years ago. But I mean, it's to the point now. I definitely need like reading glasses. I don't really. I mean, I can get by without reading glasses on my phone, but if I want to be comfortable, I got to put the reading glasses on. Even when I'm eating salad or something or dinner, I want to see my food clearly.
Oops. You know. All right. Let's see.
All right, he's going to try to draw me, folks. For the people watching on YouTube, he's going to draw me as we're talking, and I'll set him up a little bit as we're talking. As you're drawing, I'll ask you a couple of questions. So, where did you grow up? Did you grow up in California?
I did. Yeah, actually, I grew up in Van Nuys.
Van Nuys. Was it nice back then, or was it not nice?
It was okay, and it progressively got less okay.
Yeah. From what I understand, it used to be really nice, like back in the day, right? Like in the 40s, the 50s, I think.
Oh, I hear. Yeah. Something like that.
I have a friend that lives over there. Like my friend, his brother is a very successful actor, commercial actor. And they did this show, Workaholics. They filmed the exterior of Workaholics at his house. And the stars of Workaholics actually used to rent his guest bedroom. And they invited me over. They're like, "Hey, come to the house. It's in Van Nuys." And he goes, "It's in the nice part of Van Nuys." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not that familiar with Van Nuys, but I'll go check it out." And the whole street was lined with like palm trees, and the sun was going down. And I'm like, I could see this being really nice, like big house, nice neighborhood, very quiet. You could hear like the crickets chirping, and I didn't hear like gunshots or nothing like that. So, yeah, I knew Van Nuys used to be nice, and they said the whole thing used to be. I think they said it was like the Beverly Hills of the Valley at one point.
Oh, really?
Van Nuys.
Well, I
even heard an old school comedian talk about it. He's like, Van Nuys, it's very nice. It's very nice, Van Nuys. So you grew up in Van Nuys, and that's great that you're an artist and you're able to work in Burbank with all these studios. It's not like your dream job and you have to move across the country or to Omaha, Nebraska or something. It's great that you grew up in Southern California and you're able to stay here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And now with the work from home.
Oh yeah, you're working from home now.
Yeah,
I think that's what my cousin said they're doing for South Park. They're working from home. I don't know how long they're going to keep working from home, but I just listened to this podcast where they were talking about the advancement of bandwidth is what's allowing people to work from home and be a lot more comfortable. They weren't able to do stuff like this in 2008, for example, but now, we can do podcasts. You can draw me. This is like real time. If I wanted to go live, we could do it live. I don't know how to do it yet. I haven't done it yet, but I know I can incorporate it. And that's one thing that I believe, especially once they raise where we can get like, bandwidth and 5G, even in the rural areas, there won't necessarily people need to live in New York or Los Angeles or San Francisco. From what I understand, the tech businesses, all the techies they're living wherever they want, Montana and,
Oh, wow.
Would you have you ever thought of leaving Southern California or do you like it here?
Well, I have all my family here, so,
yeah.
But who knows what the future holds? Like, I'm not,
Yeah, I'm a California kid. I was born and raised in California, and I grew up in Fresno. And
I have a lot of family in Fresno.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fresno, and then
my family went to what was it? Bulldog or
Fresno State. Fresno State. Yeah, I went to Fresno City. Yeah, we were the I don't even know what our mascot was. I never went to any of the games, but that's funny. Oh, it's coming together.
Oh, is it? Yeah. It's really quick because I'm not normally
Is it hard to talk? Is it hard to talk and draw at the same time, like when I ask you a question, or is it? Because I'm curious. Here's a question that I ask some of the guests. I was thinking about this. If you go back to your childhood, did you have a favorite piece of childhood, like playground equipment or something you like to do on the playground? Like was there anything that ever like made your eyes light up? Where you're like, oh, right, I can't wait to do blah blah blah.
Gosh, you know what
because I know in school they had recess. You know, everybody would go like play kickball or soccer or something. My favorite thing to do was just to walk around with my best friend, and we would just like, you know, we would just talk the whole recess. Like we wouldn't play with anybody else. It was just me and him. And that was the best. I mean,
that's cool, man.
Just talking to my buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to play marbles. Marbles was a phase for a while. You know, I was big into marbles. And how about dodgeball? I think they actually. So I grew up in the end of the 70s and the 80s. So I don't even know if some of the stuff that we played is even still out there. You know, there used to be like this spin thing where it was like a Ferris wheel kind of thing or a merry-go-round, and you'd push somebody real hard, but it was all made of metal, and you know, it was pretty rough. Wow, look at that! I'm coming together.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's a little tricky because I'm not used to drawing like this.
Am I supposed to go backwards or forward? I mean, am I supposed to be totally still or make a face, or it doesn't matter, right? Like I could.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Let's get this going.
And with the pandemic, have you did you have time off, or have you had to?
I had like 2 weeks off. I had 2 weeks off.
Back in March when it first started?
No, in July. In July, I had 2 weeks off.
Oh, so you kept working the whole time. It wasn't like, okay, what's going to happen? You were like, nope, I'm just going to keep working. And
super
did they tell you guys,
yeah.
Were you guys working from home before or
no,
was it a new thing?
I was going to the office, and then I worked, I work at a studio called Bento Box, and the floor above us is Hasbro. And I guess one of the employees got COVID, and so they were like, the next day they're just like, okay, everybody, you're working from home now. So that's how that happened. And
when do you know who got COVID? Or was it someone you didn't know?
No, somebody at another company. Yeah, so I don't know who the person was, but yeah, that happened.
It's funny. I know this guy that he never wears a mask, and he drives back and forth all around the country. And actually, he hooked up with this girl on Tinder back in like April or May, and she lived in Florida. He got on an airplane back in like April, flew to Florida, and my point is this, you know, like I'm washing my hands, I'm doing everything they say to do. This guy didn't do any of it, right. unless he had to wear a mask, you know, like in certain cases. But even then, he wouldn't wear one. He'd be like, I'm just gonna, you know. And he recently got tested for COVID, and he didn't have it. He tested negative, and I'm like, that actually made me feel kind of good. Like, okay, like if you're gonna be that risky and be okay, like, all right, like, you know. I mean, I remember the first time I pumped gas. Like after, like it was, you know, we're going to lock everything down. All of a sudden I was like, wow, I'm touching this gas handle, and then I'm going to open my car. Then eventually I was just like, you know what, just wash your hands and don't rub your eyes, you know, like.
Right. Yeah. I think I was, you know, cause I live with family members, like, you know, my mother thinks she's 75 now. So I was just terrified. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's cool, man. It's coming together. I'm watching more movies than I usually watch, and I don't really even watch that many movies. The other night we saw Johnny Cash Walk the Line.
Oh, how'd you like that?
I liked it. You know, my wife thought it was a little slow. She wasn't into it as much as I was, but my son liked it, which is cool because he's a musician. So he was plucking the guitar, and he thought it was funny that. You know, I mean, he's got a sensitive ear. He can tell what notes people are singing and what, you know, he thought that he's like, wow, they really auto-tuned Joaquin Phoenix's voice a lot. Like he can really tell, like.
Oh, like, no kidding.
Yeah. At certain points he was laughing. He's like, that's all wrong. Like that's, you know, I was like, oh God. I was like, dude, you just got to like suspend disbelief. Like we know it's not really Johnny Cash up there, but like, you know.
That's great.
But yeah, he just started his YouTube channel a little over a month ago, and Man, it's great. Like he's his most recent video, he plays 10 songs and little like a medley of the songs, and he plays 5 instruments and he has 4 characters. So as he's playing, and he did top 10 hits of the 2010s.
Oh, wow.
If you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, look at the description below and you'll see a link to Austin's channel, Aus the Bass Boss. Man, you can really learn from the younger generation. Like he put up his video, and with this description, it looked so professional. And I mean, the kid got like 150 views in like a day. I'm like, dang, like that's hard to do on YouTube, and he's able to do it. So I don't know. It's really a joy to have music in the household, to be with someone that's talented. Did you ever grow up with any musicians or around people that could do music?
No, I sure didn't. I wish. I think when I was a kid, I only had I had a neighbor who was super into Oingo Boingo. Yeah. And that's all I listened to growing up.
Yeah. It's a dead man's party.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you say you had a neighbor that was into it, is it because his radio was so loud that you had to be into it?
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, it was just, he was an older kid. So, and he was just a neighborhood kid, and he was older, and he was like, this is cool. So I was like, okay, it must be cool. Yep. And yeah. And then, but I didn't listen to radio or nothing. I mean, like that's all we listened to. So that's like my music. That's like all my musical knowledge is Oingo Boingo songs.
I remember growing up, I got really into hip hop growing up. It was so, it was like a new form of music to really, like hit the country. This is back in the early 80s. And I remember like just loving all that stuff in like 83, 84. And I had this neighbor across the street who hated, because back then people were like, I hate rap. Rap is crap. I'm into metal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So there was like, but he was into like Ozzy Osbourne, but he got me into like Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. And I thought that was really cool. Actually, no, I wouldn't even say Black Sabbath. It was Ozzy Osbourne, and Diary of a Madman and Going Off the Rails of a Crazy Train.
Oh, you're a good singer, Darren.
Thank you. I can't, it's hard for me to, like, when I'm singing, especially with my son, it's like, man, he makes me sound better because he harmonizes with me because I'm usually off, but I think I can fool people in small doses, Going off the rails. Like, that was kind of good, right?
Yeah, that's mad impressive to me.
How did you get into comedy? Like, what got you into stand-up?
Gosh, well, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a comedian. I just remember I had like 200 jokes memorized, and I would just tell them at every like family birthday party.
Yep.
But then my dad died when I was like had just turned 14, and we used to watch George Carlin together, and then I think after that, I mean, I was just a wreck. So I don't. So I think those ideas of being a comedian went away. And then I was working on this show, I think it was called China, Illinois, and I ended up getting let go from it. And it was pretty devastating. And I guess the animation studio I worked at, they had like a comedy night where they were inviting comics to come and do sets, and then they would have their animators draw like on a projector screen while they did their sets. I don't remember what it was called. It was called like Tongue and Pencil or something. And well, anyway, so like there was these 10 comedians, and I think, I don't know, part of me kind of wanted to like get back at the studio. And when they were done, I walked up and I asked the host, I was like, oh, can I tell a joke? And he was just like, yeah, sure, like knock yourself out. So I go in front of this crowd and I just tell this one like, pretty lousy joke. And then like nobody laughs. And then all of a sudden it hits me, and I was just like, oh, this was the biggest mistake I've ever made. Like, this was a terrible idea. But you know what? I was like, whatever. I'm up there now, and I told another joke, and I got a good response, and then I just ended it with like a street joke, and then everybody exploded laughing, and then all the comics were like, hey, you're funny, you should do this. And then that's how that started.
That's great, man. Hey, by the way, I'm sorry to hear about your father. That cannot be easy,
Oh yeah. And it was that, and I also had chronic diarrhea. So it was, it was brutal. But you know, I mean, you know what I mean. It's, but you know, I feel like my father. You know what I mean?
I look so serious in my picture. That's cool though.
Cool. Yeah. Gosh, man, I'm trying to.
No, hey man, do your thing. Like, you look back and I'm like, I'm just kidding. No, that's so cool.
Yeah, sorry, man. I mean, it's just because usually, it's just.
No, hey, listen. No, yeah, don't worry about it. Like,
okay.
I don't want to be like, that doesn't look like me. I don't want to be like one of those guys. Like, I think I like it. I look serious. I look like I'm in deep thought about the Pocket Party podcast.
Nice.
I'm like thinking about stuff. That's cool. You know what I did, man? Recently, I bought a bicycle, and I got to tell you, I haven't ridden a bike in like 25 years, and there's something fun about revisiting something from your past that you enjoyed that's carefree. It takes you right back down memory lane, and it's great exercise on top of it.
Oh, that's fantastic. What kind of bike did you get?
You know what? There's a bike shortage right now, and I was like, let me see if I can get a bike. And I got really lucky, and I went down to the local Walmart, went to the big box store, and picked up a Walmart bike. Man, it's a Schwinn. It's a Schwinn Boundary, 29-incher, and it's great. You know, I recommend if anybody buys a bike out of like a big box store like Target or Big Five, or I recommend taking it to a specialty bike store so they can really give it the right adjustments and tune up. And otherwise, like when I bought the bike, like they put it together, like, you know, like right pedal, left pedal, like they know what they're doing, the Walmart people. But the bike, the people that work at the bike store, they'll make sure that the wheels spin without rubbing the brakes, because mine was rubbing the brake, and the chain was kind of too loose, and it kept cranking and popping, and you know. So I'd recommend really getting a good bike tune-up. And also, I bought this lube for the chain. It's called, I forget what it's called, something gold, I forget, but it's great, man. Like once you put that lube on and you pedal the bike backwards, like it runs like a machine. It's so quiet now. I'm riding the bike super quiet. It feels amazing to do that. Wow, look at the picture. It's coming together.
Is it? Oh, good. Oh, good.
I like that. Hey, I really appreciate you dropping in last minute to do this.
You know, it's my pleasure. I did not think I would be drawing a picture of you tonight.
I know you're just sitting around beating me in chest. Now you're like, before we're going to wrap up in a little bit, but when we do, I want to do a couple of things with you. I want to do a couple of different poses for the thumbnail for YouTube, and also I'm going to ask you for some words of wisdom. I always ask my guests, like, if they have any words of wisdom. You know, sometimes the listeners, I find they might listen to a podcast for different reasons, but one reason from some of the messages I get, they might be going through a hard time. You know, maybe they're going through. One guy messaged me and he said that him and his old lady were having a hard time in their relationship. And he said, you know, this podcast kind of like brightened his day, you know.
Wow.
I know other people that are drivers. They're in that car, you know, a lot of times by themselves, and they stack up like 3 or 4 different episodes, and this is something they might listen to. So before we go, give us some words of wisdom, either now or you can wait a little bit.
Oh gosh. Well, you know, I mean, you know, I just feel like it's awesome because, like, you know, every day it's another chance to tell, you know, the people in your life, like your family and friends, just how much you love them, you know, and that's always something you have to look forward to. You know, it's like, you don't have to wait for a birthday. You don't have to wait. You know what I mean? You can just text a friend, just say, hey man, I love you. You know what I mean? Or tell that to family, you know, it's, yeah, I mean, that definitely, you know, that makes me feel good. I'm sure it would make them feel good. You know, I kind of wish we had like a national, like, holiday a month or like, you know, like every Sunday's designated call your family and friends and tell them you love them day, you know?
You know, it's funny you say that, because Yeah, I think that sort of like maybe it's not really an official thing, but I do notice a lot of I think Sunday kind of is a family day, right? Like it's a day that I usually reach out to people, or you know, there's something about a Sunday when, well, although right now it's weird. Sometimes I don't know Sundays from Tuesdays, Mondays to when, like, cause I'm not really on a schedule, like luckily you have a schedule still, but like a lot of the world right now, we're just, like this 3-day weekend, it was a 182-day weekend.
You're right. Oh man. Yeah. Time's so weird right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be weird. I mean, even though you're working, it's got to be a little strange, even for you, but cool.
Oh, right. Yeah. Gosh, I don't, it'd be nice to have some more time, but I think this might take a while to really fix up, but.
I like it. Oh, when you're done, you know what? After we hang up, maybe you could even work on it a little bit more, take a photo of it, and then maybe put it on Instagram or message it to me, and I'll post it on Instagram.
You know what? That's great.
Or something like that, Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I just took a screen grab of you, so then I'll go back and.
I'll do another one, and I'll smile. Or no, forget it. I want to do the same pose.
Oh, yeah, do a smile. That's nice. There we go. Great. Awesome. Yeah. And then I'll work on that and I'll throw it up there. Let me see.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor. Sit in front of the camera. Let's do something for the thumbnail.
Oh, you got it. Hold up. Let me move this away. Or you want me to bring it closer to see, or?
Oh yeah. You know what? Put it in front of you, so you're smiling and you got the thing in front of you.
This still needs some work.
Yeah. No, I'm saying you should sit in front of the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold
on. So I can get a thumbnail of you, like.
All right. One second.
Like it's my guest, like that kind of thing.
Oh, and back on. All right. Here we go.
All right. Let's do a couple different photos. Act like I'm saying super duper interesting. So then, All right. Now let's act like I just said the funniest thing in the world. Huh? And now, well, now you say now you're saying the funniest thing in the world, and I'm just like laughing my butt off. Ready? And go. Oh yeah, lean in and smile. This is so stupid. Anyways, Angelo, thank you so much. Where can people find you?
Let's see. I have a website. It's just my name, www.angelodinallo.com. Or
I'm sorry, one more time. It's Angelo.
Dinallo.com. Just my full name.
Spell it for the people. Angelo, Denallo.
Yeah, Dinallo, and then.
Oh, I'm not a good speller. But yeah.
And then I'm on Instagram as Sketch Comic.
Sketch, great. Thank you so much for coming on, man, and I'll see you on the chessboards again.
Yeah, thanks for starting the party in my heart, Darren.
I like that laugh.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, tell someone you love them every Sunday.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
That's good.
All right, my man. I'll see you.
Much love, Darren. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
We're done with this interview.
Thank you again for watching this video. Slap like, give it a nice thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hopefully I can get this kitchen remodeled and take care of that weirdo back there in the window.
So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to the Pocket Party.